It's now my honor to introduce New York State's Attorney General, Eric Schneiderman.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues, and especially to the families who've lost loved ones who are here with us today. I am honored to join here in this ceremony to pay our respects to our fallen law enforcement officers. And to the families, it's important that we are all reminded that although they lost their lives in the performance of their duties, they were also mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Each loss leaves a hole that can never be filled. And so we come together now to honor their sacrifice and to share the burden of grief collectively in the hope that we can offer a small measure of peace to the families. The men and women of New York's law enforcement community epitomize what is best in public service. They fulfill our collective obligation to take care of each other. They protect the weakest among us and ensure that all of us have the basic safety and security that we too often take for granted. They uphold the principle that we are a nation of laws, not men, where everyone is entitled to equal justice, and they do so with integrity, professionalism, compassion, and courage. Every day in my office and in law enforcement agencies all across our state, the men and women of those agencies take on the dangerous and essential task of upholding the rule of law. They run towards danger that most people have the luxury of running away from. And all too often, they lose their lives in the line of duty. In recent days, we've been reminded of the police officers that we lost on September 11th. We remember them here again today. In one of the darkest moments in our nation's history, the heroes of that day ran into the burning towers to try to save people who they had never met. Others continued working on the pile for days after to try to rescue any survivor. Tragically, in the months and years since, many have succumbed to 9/11-related illnesses. And I was honored to be present, along with Governor Cuomo, Speaker Silver, and a small group who joined with other 9/11 families when President Obama came to lay the wreath at Ground Zero, did not give a speech to the media, spoke to the families, to the small group present, and said at the beginning and the end of his remarks, "Some people think that we forget. We will never forget." And today our message is the same. We will never forget. And let's also remember that, like our law enforcement officers, he was laying a wreath because our Navy SEALs, like our community, ran towards danger and finally took out the despicable mastermind of that tragedy. But whatever the circumstances, each individual named on the memorial wall died protecting us, and there's really nothing we can say to convey the gratitude we owe them and to you, their families. And I assure you, as President Obama assured the families when he laid the wreath, they will never be forgotten. I offer my sincere gratitude to the families and our brothers and sisters in law enforcement who carry on their vital work. You inspire all of us to live our lives in a manner that honors their ultimate sacrifice. Thank you very much.